This Wednesday, September the 3rd, Picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code MLB SGPN. Welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Tuesday, September the 2nd. We are here to run the rule over a full card of action on the diamond for Wednesday, September the 3rd. Joining me, looks fully focused tonight. There's a calm authority about Mr. Dylan Rockford. D-Rock, you look locked in.
I'm always locked in. I was born fucking ready. How you doing?
Oh, shit. Okay. Confident. A little bit of aggression.
A little bit.
Dylan.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I love the glasses, I'll say. A member of the glasses community myself. Love it. You don't look like a lesbian. We're doing good.
You can't just say that, by the way, out of the blue. Just before we started recording, I don't very often wear my glasses, but I just feel like I've done too much shit on my laptop. So I put my glasses on tonight, and I said to Dylan, I think I look like a lesbian, which is where he's come out with that. But yeah, Anyway,
it's fine.
Very attractive man/stroke woman.
I think a little tip. I used to never need glasses all the time, and I just kept them on my face. I was like, oh, I'm too fucking lazy, this, that, and the third, until my eyes got so bad that I needed to wear them all the time now.
Okay.
So, little tip for you. So if you don't need them, don't wear them.
All right. I was going to say, I didn't know what the advice was then, whether it was to wear them all the time or not to wear them all the time.
Wow. We got people in the chat talking your language. Bollocks.
Yes, I
already
know. Yeah, Keon Neon was first in. Also, Keon Neon, I'm going to give you props for the correct spelling of the word bollocks, because Lonte tried to message me last week and absolutely butchered it. He was miles away. B-O-L-L-O-C-K-S is
what is bollocks?
Sorry?
What is bollocks? Like
it's shit? Your testicles.
No. Yeah, but how would you use it in a sentence?
That's bollocks. Everything you say is bollocks. You're talking a load of bollocks. That's bollocks. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just, yeah.
Is that an English
people normally, thing? It's normally something you talk a lot of bollocks. You know him, he talks bollocks. But yeah, so that spelling, Keon Neon, was spot on rather than Lonte's horrendous effort at spelling last week. James Mafia has joined us in the chat. James is a regular. I had a pint with James last season, Newcastle versus Manchester City. James and his girlfriend came across to England, and we had a good. In fact, I say we had a pint. We had about 7 pints.
It's never just one.
Nah, we had quite a few rum and gingers as well. And we had a right laugh. It was good fun. But I'm falling out of love with football at the minute. I am pretending football doesn't exist.
So you and me both.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I sent you some terrible picks at the weekend, didn't I? I stitched you right up. Dylan, they were a load of bollocks.
I go. Let me ask Mal. I'm up early on Sunday morning. I was like, you know what? I'll put on the Forest game. I was like, they should win. I saw in my book -135, -130. I was like, they should win. I was like, and I think I also saw you Man City at even money. I was like, they should win.
Yep.
Both fucking losers.
Both lost, yeah. I went 2-8 for my picks in the Prem at the weekend. Barry went 1-9, so at least I outflanked Barry. It was an absolute shit show. Fucking hell. It was really bad. So don't tell anyone about that, because we need people to come and listen.
We need some winners today.
Yeah. So the Premier League Gambling Podcast, if you want some winners, just come and listen to us and then bet the other side of absolutely everything. So I need some baseball, because I'm out of love with football. I need baseball to lift my spirit. So that's your job, Dylan. That is the listener's job. And we're going to go through this 15-game card. I think there's 2 games off the board, so
Mhm.
there's plenty for us to take a run at. The free roll football contest. This is the other football, your kind. Free to enter, picking every NFL game ATS. $3,000 to first place, $4,000 if you're a Patreon. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. 25% everything in the merch store to celebrate. So check out some MLB Gambling Podcast merch. And the NFL Survivor Contest is $100 entry fee. Winner takes all at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. Is that 2 nights' time now, the NFL, Dylan?
Yeah, Thursday night football. Yeah, 2 nights away.
Okay.
You doing a fantasy this year or no?
I've done 2, and they are bollocks, let me tell you. I've done the Guillotine League. I'm predicted to finish 18th and get the chop. And I've drifted. Actually, the other one I've drafted isn't as bad. This Guillotine one's horrible. I need to survive week 1, and then we need to get the fab out for week 2. I need to spend up and spend early because I'm in grave danger. Yeah, I don't know what I left out an auto draft a little bit when I was in Turkey and ended up in the middle rounds, the important rounds. I went back to back 3 tight ends.
Oh,
and I got like Jonnu Smith, Dalton Kincaid, and so where everyone else was hoovering all the good wide receivers, I ended up with 3 absolute dog shit tight ends. So yeah, you can laugh at that. That's left me in a right old state. So, but yeah, I'll survive week 1, and then I'll have to go mental with the fab. See if I can rebuild this team. Right, we start Wednesday. There's plenty of baseball. With a 1:05 Eastern first pitch, the Miami Marlins are at the Washington Nationals. Uri Perez for Miami and left-handed pitcher Mitchell Parker will go for the Nats, who are plus 115 home underdogs. Miami are minus 135, and the total is 8.5. Lots of runs in Perez's game log was the first thing I noticed. He only went 2 outs against your New York Mets last time out. Stark home road splits for him. 9 games started on the road. 5.49 ERA. The same thing with the runs applies to Parker. 21 earned runs in his last 5 starts. Seems like a long time ago, the first month of the season, where we were taking Mitchell Parker quite confidently on a regular basis. That's kind of all gone out the window here. 6 starts in August, 10.21 ERA for Mitchell Parker. This was kind of tricky because I like Uri Perez, but his road numbers just don't hold up. They're definitely an issue. Parker is a fade candidate. Miami aren't great against lefties. Miami still, we saw this series against the Mets recently. They'll still throw up a ton of runs sometimes. I had to take the over, Dylan. I couldn't trust Perez enough, and I certainly don't want Parker. I'll take over 8.5.
Yeah, I tried to get on the over the first game, and then it ended 2-0 to Washington. So I do lean over again. My total came out to 9.3. So if you could get an 8.5, I'm starting to see 9s pop up. So shop around. But I do like the fish in this spot. I did make him a minus 150 favorite. I know Uri Perez, he's not the same pitcher on the road. You talked about his number, but I do think he's still a better option than Parker. Parker, he's just a fade to me. He's terrible. Gives up a ton of hard contact, 3+ runs given up in 6 straight games. And to no surprise, the Nationals have lost all 6 of those games. So I don't know. I think this could be a nice bounce back spot for them. I know they don't really hit lefties all that well, but they're top 15, top 16-ish hitting team. So I would take Miami here. Minus 135. I think it could be a nice bounce back spot here for Uri Perez. So yeah, I'll probably be on the fish here. I don't trust an over, though.
Callum Schultz has joined us. Callum, one of our Premier League regulars. He might have come in here to try and find a winner after we couldn't find any the other day. Cal, nice to see you. 3:40 Eastern first pitch. Texas Rangers at the Arizona Diamondbacks. Jack Leiter for Texas goes up against Zach Gallen for the Snakes. Minus 135 Arizona. Plus 115 Texas, and the total sits at 9, Dylan.
Yeah, you skipped my Mets. Got to go back to the top of the page, but we'll start there.
Oh shit, I did as well. Oh yeah,
it's fine. I think we got to take the Rangers here got to keep taking them at this point. I personally don't want to get in front of the train right now. They're red hot. Offense looks great. Pitching's been okay, but the bullpen has really picked up as well. And they're legitimately have a shot to make the playoffs. They're 4 back of the division, 1.5 games back of that wild card spot as well. And now they're facing Zach Gallen, who, I mean, he's been awful at home all year. So I want no part of him. And I really don't mind Jack Leiter. I know he was a fade earlier in the season, but he's actually picked it up this past month. If they get him the run support he needs, the Rangers should win this game. I only made the D-backs a -110 favorite, plus 116 for the Rangers. I got to keep riding here with the hotter team.
Yeah, I agree, actually. My pick was on an under originally because I thought Texas would be favourites. Texas have come out as an underdog here, and I do think this is a WTF. The 6-game winning streak, only 1.5 out of the wild card, Texas. And Leiter has been excellent. 6 strong against the Athletics last week. His strikeout numbers are way up. Texas are hot. Gallen's been all right. 6 scoreless with 8 strikeouts last time out against the Dodgers. His whip has been good all through August as well. So I do think the pitchers will be on top. So I'll stick with my under 9. But at the prices, I think if you were taking a side, you could only take the Rangers plus 115. We will go back to the top of the page, 110 Eastern first pitch. The New York Mets are at the Detroit Tigers, where Clay Holmes starts for the Mets. It will be Casey Mize going for the Tigers. Tight on the books, this one. -115. The Mets -105. The Tigers total is at 8.5. Holmes did okay against Miami last week. They did suffer a defeat, but he's steady throughout kind of his usual performance, Clay Holmes. We faded Mize last week, and we were correct to do so. 5 earned runs in 3 1/3. He's still on the no-bet list for me. His strikeout rate's dipping. And Detroit aren't in the best of form. The Mets have been a little bit Jekyll and Hyde. Every time, I feel like every morning, they've either scored 10 or 1. There seems to be a middle ground. But tight on the books, I think we get a team in better form with a pitcher in better form. So I'll take the Mets at -115, Dylan.
Yeah, Casey Mize has been better at home, but just look at his past month. He hasn't been backable. So I agree. I think he's a fade option at this point. And Clay Holmes is a fade too. I mean, he's just so up and down for me. I think we can see runs here. My total came out to 8.9. I don't mind an over in this spot. The offense has really broken out for the Mets in August. It continued on Monday. They broke out for 10 runs. Pitching sucks. I mean, if that's a great combo for an over, which is why we've seen a lot of overs for the Mets. 7-3 towards the over in their last 10. I think both pitchers are good for 3-4 runs each. We're guaranteed an over at that point. Both bullpens have regressed. I know the Mets bullpen started off red hot. Past few months after the All-Star break has really gone down. Detroit's bullpen has regressed as well. I think this could be another high-scoring, chaotic kind of game. So, yeah, I would take the over if anything. I don't trust either team.
Okie doke. Thank you very much. We are brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN, and Rhythm are fully fired up for NFL. Player props were outstanding last year. Rhythm was hot. ADS and on the over-unders too. MLB, WNBA, golf, college football, all there. There is a leaderboard. You can win money just by tracking your bets on there, up to $1,000 if you track 5 bets of the same type you build. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Game 4 on the slate here, 4:10 Eastern, between the Baltimore Orioles and the San Diego Padres. It's left-handed pitcher Cade Povich for the Orioles going up against nasty Nestor Cortez. For the Padres, plus 135 Baltimore, minus 160, the Padres, total 8.5, D-Rock.
Yeah, I feel like this could be a good spot for the Padres. I want to trust them here. Cortez has been so up and down. It's hard to get a good gauge on him. He'll either pitch well and shut the team out, or he'll give up 3-4 runs and be out of there in 4 innings. I really don't know what to say, but I think this could be a good start for him since Baltimore, they're not really good against left-handed pitchers. They stink on the road in general. And the Padres are a really good home team. They have the best bullpen in the league. So even if he doesn't pitch the best, I think that bullpen will back him up really well. And I just think this will be a really good opportunity for Cortez to limit the bats of Baltimore right now. Not just this series, not just this game, the whole series. I think they'll be able to limit Baltimore. They're not scoring a ton of runs. Minus 160 is kind of tough. I made him a minus 175. I don't want to lay that much with Nestor Cortez. So if anything, maybe take a value here in Padres run line. You could get that at plus 126. I think the value is with Padres here.
Yeah, I agree. I was kind of looking for the unit and a half, minus 150 play. But I was happy to take a Padres team total, actually. The big list of L's next to Povic's name is lengthening. That's 5 in a row now. Better on the road, but he's just settled into a pattern. Now, I think we know what Povic is. He's a high 4, low 5 ERA starting pitcher. The Padres did suffer a blow, which is Jason Adam, they have got the best bullpen in MLB, 304 team ERA, and Adam's been a huge part of that. Well, he's buggered now, 6 to 9 months for Adam, so we'll have to see how the Padres reshuffle their pack in that bullpen. Not much length out of Cortez, particularly. ERA above 5 and a 144 whip. However, his 3 starts at home have been very good. So I kind of didn't know where to come down with Cortez. The Padres are very good at home, and I'd rather just take Cortez out of it and fade Povic, which was my pick of a San Diego Padres team total over. Next, 6:40 Eastern. The LA Dodgers are at the Pittsburgh Pirates. It is Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers up against Braxton Ashcraft of the Pirates. Plus 150 Pittsburgh, minus 180 the Dodgers. 8.5 is a total here. Last week, I made a beautiful case on why you had to fade Ohtani against Cincinnati. He struck out 9 Reds in a 5-1 win. So that went south very quickly. I also, however, made a good case for Braxton Ashcraft, and he pitched well in another low-scoring game. The fact that Ohtani did get that win last week doesn't really change much. I still think he's kind of vulnerable. The fact that he pitched well last week and he did strike out all those batters makes me think he might even just have a little bounce the other way here. I don't mind Pittsburgh first 5 here at a price because I think Ashcraft can keep Pittsburgh in it. I like the way Ashcraft's been pitching. If this is going to be relatively low scoring and low variance, then Pittsburgh are going to be live here. And I was at pains to point out over the last couple of weeks that their offense has turned a little corner. So I'm going to give Pittsburgh a chance here, first 5, Dylan.
Yeah, I don't mind that play. I like another over here. My total came out to 8.5. I don't mind an over here. Ohtani's, he hasn't been good on the road. Over a 6 ERA. Batters hitting over 300 off of him as well. Dodgers are 1-4 straight up in his 5 road starts. I agree. I think the Buccos are alive here. If they could score a few runs early, I think they could weather the storm here because I don't think Ashcraft, he's all that bad. Ever since the Pirates started to let him go a little longer into games, I think he's been doing fine. I don't mind their bullpen either. It's actually been better than LA as of right now. And so if you want to back the Pirates, I think it is at home. Dodgers are only like a 500 team on the road. If Ohtani has another bad performance, I don't think it would surprise us if the Pirates win here. So yeah, I'll take the value here with the Pirates. I love the first 5, and I like the over. I think we see a high-scoring game.
Okay, team ride on the underdog. 6:40 Eastern first pitch. Toronto Blue Jays at the Cincinnati Reds. Shane Bieber for the Blue Jays up against Zach Littell of the Reds. Plus 130. Another home underdog, Cincinnati. Minus 155. Toronto. Total D-Rock, 8.5.
Yeah, as much as I want to back the Blue Jays, I think the value here is with the Reds at home. I only made the Jays a minus 120 favorite. I want to back this team, but Scott and I talked about it yesterday. This team has definitely cooled down. I don't trust their bullpen at the moment. And truthfully, I don't think Zach Littell has been terrible since coming over from Tampa. If the Reds can somehow get 4 or 5 runs, I think they should win this game. I think Shane Bieber has been fine. It's just the offense that's gone cold for them. And even if they have the lead, I personally don't trust Hoffman to hold the lead either. He hasn't been good. So I think the value's with the Reds. I'll take another home dog.
I went the other way here. I went a little bit chalky. I just preferred Blue Jays, who were fighting to maintain this division lead, rather than this Reds team who are kind of fading away 3-7 in the last 10. They're still in the race for the wild card, but an outsider. Because I couldn't really pick any holes in Bieber. This will be his third start now as a Blue Jay. He had no issues in his first 2, and I can't see a reason why he'll struggle. Littell is on a run of 4 overs in a row, but also on a run of 3 defeats in a row. So, yeah, it wasn't a very original pick. At the prices, I probably won't play it. But the selection in this was the Blue Jays at minus 155. 6:45 Eastern first pitch is the first of the 2 games that I said were off the board tonight. It is the Cleveland Guardians at the Boston Red Sox. And although I had a suspicion on both pitches all day, both teams are officially TBD. Logan Allen, I think, for Cleveland, and the rookie Peyton Tolley, whatever you want, for Boston. But nothing confirmed for either team, making lines an impossibility at this point. If it is Logan Allen, he's been incredibly volatile on the road, and this isn't an easy park to pitch in, particularly. 4.97 road ERA, a really high whip. Tolley pitched well on his debut. Got involved in a little pitching duel with Paul Skeens last time out. He gave up 2 earned runs, but they both were charged to him after he left the game. He was a little bit unlucky. And he just fit into our liking of something we've done on this show for years, taking these rookies, these kind of unexposed rookies at this time of year. So, Tolley v. Allen, I take Boston, but there's a lot of question marks over this game, D-Rock.
Yeah, a lot of questions. I do like the kid. I thought he pitched well against Pittsburgh. Like you said, kind of unlucky, but I think this has to do with more of a fade on Logan Allen, who's been terrible on the road. Like you said, very volatile. Gave up 9 runs to the Rangers his last road start. So do not want to back him. And Cleveland's a terrible offensive team. I mean, they're bottom 5 in the league runs per game. They're hitting, 219 against lefties. Not good in general on the road either. They're under 500. And Boston, going to Fenway is a tough place to play. And right now, the Red Sox are playing some really good baseball right now. They're fighting for that division. Don't know if they'll get it, but I like the kid. I think he'll be able to limit a very weak offense. So, yeah, I like Boston here. I think they win big. Don't know. We don't have a line, but yeah.
Team right on the Red Sox there. Well and truly into the evening slate of games now, with the 7:35 Eastern first pitch between the Seattle Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays. George Kirby for Seattle, Adrian Hauser for the Rays, plus 115 Tampa Bay, minus 135 Seattle. Total, Dylan, 8.5.
Yeah, another total for me. Give me the over. We hit on the over on Monday night, and they're giving us the same number here on Wednesday. I see 8s out there. It's a little chalky at minus 120, but I still like the over 8.5. My total came out to 9.3. As much as I like George Kirby, he has not been good on the road for Seattle. 4.73 ERA. 3 of his last 4 road starts have gone over this total. We saw the first game in the series, like I mentioned, that produced 12 runs the other night. The past 3 meetings, actually, between these 2 clubs have gone over this total. Seattle is generally an over team with the way they produce runs on the road. The bullpen and pitching has been inconsistent. Luis Castillo is just a fade at this point for me. George Kirby, like I mentioned, he's not that good on the road. 39-30 towards the over for Seattle away from home. And I don't really think Hauser's been that impressive since coming over from Chicago. So I think we see another high-scoring game, if I'm being honest. And I also think the value's with the home dog. I mean, plus 124. Winners of 4 straight. Seattle's not playing good baseball right now either. So lean Rays, but love the over.
I love the over as well. This little league park was always going to be a little bit different in the summer. We've mentioned quite a few times this season that the schedule was skewed towards playing a lot of home games early in the season for just this reason. Kirby, I'm a little bit higher on Kirby than you are. One bad game just in his recent game log. It wasn't the New York Mets, which is maybe why you've spotted it. His 116 whip, and a few of his metrics tell me, I think his ERA is artificially high, Kirby. I think he's going to be all right. House has been inconsistent, but the key for me here was since coming over from the Chicago White Sox, he's only pitched once in this little league park, and he gave up 4 earned pretty quickly against St. Louis. So I'm not sure this is a great spot for Hauser or the Rays at home. The Rays in good form. 4-game winning streak, I think the Rays are on. Giving themselves a sniff of a wild card. But I think Seattle in this spot, Seattle for me at minus 135. We move on to the second half of the card. I'm going to tell you about Underdog, Best Ball Mania happening all summer long. $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. The best way to play fantasy football is Best Ball Mania. You can win 500 times your entry on Underdog Pick'em as well. And the brand new offer here is for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code MLB SGPN. And we've got a new partner here, Novig. Novig is America's +1 sports prediction market. Novig is an exchange, so you know where you're getting some of the best prices. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. So get on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. 7:40 Eastern first pitch is the second of the 2 OTB games. The LA Angels are at the Kansas City Royals. It's the Angels who've thrown a spanner in the works here. TBD pitcher, I think it's Tyler Anderson. He'll be taking on Ryan Berger. Are we going continental or are we going Burgett? How are you feeling, Dylan?
Let's go international. I like the ring to that.
Okay, so we'll go with Ryan Berger of the Kansas City Royals. No lines on this one. Are you a Berger man, Dylan?
He's okay. I don't mind. I mean, I thought he's been okay since coming over from San Diego. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs. Most of them have been on the road. The one game at home, thought he went well. He gives them good length as well. I do see lines, though. They just popped up. Minus 158 at home for the Royals, plus 134 for the Angels. Total is at 9. That seems about right. It seems about right, I would say. I thought it was going to be, my guess wasn't Tyler Anderson. I thought it was Jose Urena. And if it is, we're going to fade.
Yeah, that changes everything.
It's going to fade the Angels here. I would take the Royals. If it is Jose, I would fade him and take the Royals here at home. Minus 158. I don't personally, Mal, I don't ever pay more than minus 140 on a money line in baseball. That's just me, but maybe a unit and a half play here for the Royals. Royals still fighting for that wild card spot. They are good at home, and the Angels have not been playing good baseball. It's a tough series against the Rangers, who are red hot. Tough series against the Astros as well. And the Royals are playing some good baseball right now. So I probably would take the Royals here at home, but it's probably around that price.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check the pitching angle because I quite fancied an under with Tyler Anderson. But if it is your man Urena, I will not be touching this. So
I just don't trust the bullpen either of the Angels. That's the problem for me.
Hendricks Thursday, Farris Tuesday. My abiding memory of Urena is years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, in wanting to fight. I think it was the Cardinals, all of the the Braves. Sorry, he plunked Ronald Acuna Jr. I think it was.
Really?
Really, in like early in his career, Acuna had just come up and it hit like consecutive home runs. And Urena plunked him on purpose and then immediately threw his glove off and just wanted to fight anybody that he could get his hands on. And I've had my eye on him ever since, Urena. Anderson, back-to-back good starts for him. This is where my under came from originally. Back-to-back good starts, both on the road, still short starts, and he needs to keep the ball in the park. It's absolutely key. But Berger was excellent again last time. 7 starts now, and he hasn't given over 2 earned runs. He's got a 111 whip, so no ducks on the pond. I'll take Anderson out of it. I'll go with the Angels team total under then, because I think Berger can be absolutely fine. If it is Anderson, then I think he can hang with Berger and the Royals. We could take an under. But otherwise, I'll take Berger. Maybe under on Berger's earned runs might be an option in there as well. Adam's joined us. Adam, awesome. Welcome, Adam. Lovely to have you here with us tonight. Next up is, I'm on the wrong page now, looking at these Angels pictures. 7:40 Eastern between the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs. Bryce Elder for the Braves. For the Cubbies, it will be Cade Horton. And the Cubbies are -150 home favourites. The Braves +130. Totally at 8.5. It's hard to want to bet Elder. I think 3 of his last 4 starts have been better, however. And he does seem happier on the road. But Cade Horton has been good in short starts. 7 starts in a row, 2 earned runs or fewer. The Cubs are good at home. The Braves have an appalling record on the road. See, there's so few. I've backed the Braves a couple of times recently with Joey Wentz and actually done okay out of it. But that's about the only situation I want the Braves at the minute. The -150 isn't hugely appealing. Dylan, you just talking about that price point. You've got to go with the 1.5. So again, further down my list for this one, but I do think the Cubs will win the game.
Yeah, like I said, -140 is normally my limit, but -150 at home to fade Bryce Elder is not bad at all. My numbers made him a $2 favorite. He's given up 2+ runs on the road in 5 of his last 6 road starts. Braves 2-5 straight up in his last 7 road starts. The Braves are still a fade team for me on the road, especially when they're facing Cade Horton, who I think arguably, Mal, he's been the best pitcher for Chicago. He's been nails for them at home. He's only given up 1 run at home in his last 5 home starts. I just don't see Atlanta being able to produce enough runs to be competitive in this game. I think the Cubs win huge here. I'm all over the Cubs here, -150.
Keon is exactly on the same page as you, saying that the Cubs score massive amounts of runs to back Cade Horton in his start. So, yeah, it sounds like we are all on the same page in that one. 7:40 Eastern, first pitch, the Chicago White Sox at the Minnesota Twins. We have Yoendris Gomez, that's a good name, for the White Sox, taking on Zebby Matthews for the Minnesota Twins. +145, the White Sox. Twins are -170. Total, Dylan, 8.5.
Yeah, this series stinks so bad. I hate both of these teams. I'm not going to bet it.
Sox.
They're okay. I like them more than I like the Twins, if I'm being honest.
Me and Lonte have got an unhealthy obsession with the White Sox. We've had a team on nearly every show.
Sometimes you could get the value in them, and I don't disagree. There's no way the Twins should be this big of a favorite. I'm sorry. I only made the Twins a -145 favorite. I have no faith in Matthews whatsoever. I don't think he's good. He just got rocked by the same White Sox club, 2 weeks ago? So if anything, I would look towards an over 8.5. My total came out to 8.9. I'm not high on Gomez either. He's been bad for Chicago as well. First game we saw on Monday was back and forth with these two clubs. It ended in double digits. So I don't know. 2 bad pitchers. I think we could see another over, but nothing I probably would bet, honestly, in this game.
Yeah, I just checked the White Sox money line performance, and maybe being Lonte should be a bit more choosy with our spots. They are 28 units down, I think. They're 48 and 85. Is that what their record is? So yeah, maybe some rose-tinted glasses there when I look at some of our White Sox picks. Look at their 50 and 88. That's bollocks, that. I'm sure they must have caught up. More bollocks. So Gomez had a good start, and it was against the Minnesota Twins on August the 24th. Only 4.2 innings pitched, but scoreless in a game the White Sox won 8-0. Has only started once on the road so far, and that went okay too. Matthews, like him, we're waiting on him. We're kind of waiting on Matthews to put a sequence together. Not really happening yet. He's still walking too many batters. 148 whip is catching him. That's what's getting him into trouble here. For me, both pitchers look vulnerable. So I think runs, if I was playing the money line, I would play the White Sox. But I'll take the over 8.5. I think both pitchers can get touched up in this one. 7:40 Eastern. First pitch, Philadelphia Phillies at the Milwaukee Brewers. Aaron Nola for the Phillies takes on left-handed pitcher Jose Quintana for the Brewers. This one's tight on the books. -115 for Milwaukee. Philly around about -105, -110 in most places. But I did find it even money as an outlier with William Hill. So there's an even money outlier if you do want the Phillies. However, I don't want the Phillies here. I want the Brewers in this spot. I faded Nola last week. He gave up 3 walks and 4 more earned runs. But then Philly blew up Atlanta 19-4 in that game. So as much as the read on the pitcher was right, the Philly offense did get him out of it. Quintana had a bad start last time out, which I think's brought these prices closer together here against Arizona. But I've got every faith in him being able to bounce back. This is a big series as it happens. This series really in the quest for home playoff advantage these two teams are going out. The Brewers blew a big lead on Monday night. They were 5 or 6 runs in front when I went to bed, and I woke up. I think it was 5-0, 5-1. Woke up to find Philly had got back and won the game 6-5. Philly are middle of the road against left-handed pitching. Having said that, I would take any Kyle Schwarber props you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
He just mashes any lefties. I think the Brewers can get enough of Aaron Nola to win. Strongest profit in MLB. By the way, I'm just talking about the White Sox and their money line profit and loss. Brewers would have made you the most money so far this season in MLB. I think this is a good price for the Brewers. There's not much between the two. But we get the better picture, D-Rock. -115. I'll take Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't get these lines at all. Short number here for the Brewers. I'll take them as well. My numbers made them a -140 favorite. I know the Phillies have been playing better, but I personally don't think the odds should be this close. Aaron Nola has been terrible all season. He's only had 1 month where his ERA was above a 7 or below a 7, excuse me. And that was back in April. The Brewers are just different at home. They're a different kind of beast at home, and I just think this is a good spot for them and their offense to get going. And on the other side, I think outside of his last start for Jose Quintana, I think he's been solid for Milwaukee. Has to keep the walks down because that can get him into trouble in this spot. But, I do think we could see another high-scoring game and Brewers get the win. They need this one. But, yeah, I'm gonna take the Brewers here, -115. Very short price.
Okie doke. Keon has co-signed that as well. 7:45 Eastern. The Athletics are at the Cardinals, where Jeffrey Springs, left-handed pitcher, will take on another lefty in Matthew Liberatore for St. Louis. This one is a match on the books. It is -110 each of two with a total, Dylan, of 8.5.
Yeah, another ugly game probably where I won't bet it, but if anything, I'd probably take the Cardinals here. -110. I think that's a fair price. Numbers made him a -125 favorite. I really just don't trust Springs right now. He doesn't look good. He's giving up the long ball. If you want to look towards a home run prop, maybe fade Jeffrey Springs. He's given up the long ball at least one time in 10 of his last 11 starts. Walks are also an issue for him. And Cardinals are an above average team. You want to back them at home. I know they're not playing the best baseball right now, but I think this might be a good spot for them to get back on track. So I would take St. Louis here. I'm not buying into Jeffrey Springs.
Yeah, I was just happy to much preferred both offenses over both starting pitches here. I looked up the over last. I only played one game last night, and it was the over in this series. It finished 11-2. They just scored regularly. Yeah, 11-3. They were just regular runs, and I think this has the look of an over series. You know, the Athletics can get absolutely red hot. Springs isn't very inspiring. He's slightly better on the road, 3.66 ERA, but it's all just very average. And the same with Libby. He's steady, but 5 innings, 3 or 4 earned runs steady. So it doesn't stand out, but I just prefer both offenses. 8.5's fine. Someone can get 5-4 here. So I'll take the over 8.5. Second last. Penultimate is the word we're looking for. It's my word. I don't know why I forgot it. 8:10 Eastern first pitch. The New York Yankees at the Houston Astros in a good sounding series. Will Warren goes for the Yankees. The Astros will send Jason Alexander to the mound. Astros home underdogs here, plus 105. Yankees minus 125 and a total of 9. Faded Will Warren last week. Again, was incorrect to do so. He pitched well. And actually, his August numbers are very, very good. He's righted the ship a little bit, Will Warren. He's settled down. 5 starts to a 2.84 ERA. Alexander pitched well against Colorado, and he's in good form. He threw 6 scoreless at the Yankees on August the 10th, but his home numbers aren't as good. I think the Yankees can adjust to him, and the Yankees are hitting much better now than they were then. Early August was that real slump. That's when Judge was missing. Yankees are more competitive. Warren appears to be back on the right track. I'll take the Yankees here at minus 125.
Yeah, it's a coin flip game in my opinion. I mean, I only made the Yankees a minus 120 favorite. I know Jason Alexander's kind of been up and down at home for the Astros, but he has been impressive in the month of August. He just went 6 scoreless innings earlier in the month versus same Yankees club. And not to mention, the Astros have won 8 of his last 9 starts. They just seem to find ways to win and get him the run support he needs. And I'm not a fan of Will Warren on the road. 5.58 ERA. He walks guys. You don't want to do that to the Astros. I just think at home, the Astros are going to find a way to win this one. So it's going to be my third home puppy. I'll take the Astros here.
Okay. Last game, 8:40 Eastern first pitch. The San Francisco Giants at the Colorado Rockies, where Robbie Ray takes the ball for San Francisco. He will take on German Marquez for the Rockies. Plus 190 Colorado, minus 230 the Giants. Total of 11, D-Rock.
Yeah, it's probably Giants run line or pass for me. I was maybe looking at an over 11 as well. My total did come to an 11.6. But I worry about the Rockies offense not being able to help us get to that 12 mark. I mean, their offense has been so bad. And honestly, overs have not been profitable at Coors this year. 34 and 32 towards the under. Rockies bottom 5 offense. They're only averaging 3.75 runs per game. This is a AAA team. This is not an MLB team right now. And now they're going up against Robbie Ray, who he's been very solid on the road. I just don't think this is a good spot for Colorado and for runs. You know, Robbie Ray's only given up 2 runs to this Rocky team in 11 innings of work. Giants have won 5 of his last 6 road starts. It all looks like the Giants should win. They are playing better baseball as well. Giants run line minus 130. I don't like to pay juice on a run line, but minus 130 against the Rockies, I think is a very fair price.
I was quite happy to fade kind of both pitches here. Robbie Ray's been all right. The Giants have scored a ton of runs to keep winning his games. But in Colorado in particular, I always look at those 6-6 record with a 5.13 ERA. Herman Marquez against the Giants has sucked incredibly hard. 6.80 ERA in his starts. This season, his ERA is above 6. He has a 169 whip. 18 runs in his last start. Game total. 23 runs in Robbie Ray's last start. I didn't need to overthink this. The Giants are going to win 8-5. That's the answer. That, Dylan, is 13 runs, which is 2 more than 11. So I'll take over 11 in that one with the 8-5 win.
And a run line for me.
Yeah. We've made it to the end of 15 games. Good, solid effort. D-Rock, I will allow you to lead us off with a lock and a dog. You got loads of little puppies to choose from.
Yeah, I do. I like 2 locks. That's the problem. Can I give a bonus lock?
You can do anything you fucking like, mate.
I love it. I love it. All right. So first one, I do I do like the over in that Seattle and Tampa get. I almost said Tampa. Oh man, Tampa game. Over 8 -120. Like I said, I made my total 9.3. We're gonna fade both of these pitchers, Kirby and Hauser. Yeah, over 8 and bonus lock. I do like the Cubs here. I know it's a little chalky, but Cubs should win big here. Fading Bryce Elder. Cade Horton is a unit at home. They mentioned it in the chat. They usually score a lot of runs for him as well. So Cubs should win this game. I'll take them as well as a little bonus lock. As my dog, like I said, I did give out a few puppies, home puppies as well. But I'm going to fade the Diamondbacks here at home and take the Red Hot Rangers at +116. They're red hot. I do not want to get in front of that train right now. And we're going to fade Zach Gallen, who's been awful this year. And Jack Leiter has been much better than I thought this past month. So I think they get him the run support. I think they stay hot, and I think they make a really big push here in September to get into the playoffs. So +116, give me Texas as my dog.
Okay, yeah, that was the underdog I would have chosen, Dylan. Of all the ones, I haven't got that much on the card, really. I'm going to lock up the Padres team total. Just doesn't look like a great spot for Cade Povich, particularly. It was thoroughly exposed. We know what we're going to get. There's no reason. The match total's at 8.5, so Padres can get to him. I would have given Texas as my underdog, which doesn't leave me many. Pittsburgh are an option. The White Sox are an option. I think it might be one of those two. Yeah, let's go with. I will go with White Sox again. They did win this very game against Minnesota with Gomez on the mound. 8-0 last time out. If you can hold them again, Selby Matthews is fallible. So, yeah, there's runs in there. They both look vulnerable, but I think we're going to get a high-scoring game, a high-variance game here, at which point the White Sox could touch them off in a shootout. And finally, D-Rock, your favourite part of the show. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how it's done here, right? You watch and learn.
Hey, I did get it last time we were together.
Yeah, was it not fucking Aaron Judge or someone, though, was it?
No, it was, fuck, you said it in the group chat. It was, I don't fucking know. It was someone.
Did you hit one? Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I think it was George Springer.
Oh, it's a George Springer. Oh, there you go. All right, well, you run a run then, you see.
Yeah.
I've shamed you into winning. So, what we're going to do here is, I've got quite a few fade options here, but I'm going to fade. I've done this quite a little bit recently with success. Zach Gallen struggles a little bit to keep the ball in the yard. He has given up how many home runs this year? 26 in 23 starts, which means we just need to find a Texas Ranger. Now, the last few times I've been on the right team but the wrong player. I got one for Adolis Garcia a couple of weeks ago on our Sunday night home run picks. I picked Wyatt Langford last time out, and he didn't. So, do you go back to Adolis? I don't want any of the lefties. I nearly took Kyle Higashioka then, like a lunatic. Adolis Garcia is the answer. Let's not overcomplicate it. It's hard enough without me overthinking it. Garcia off Gallen, please. You?
I'm going to take Kyle Schwarber here. We mentioned it earlier in the game, in the show. He rakes against left-handed pitchers. He has 19 on the year. And Jose Quintana, he's not the best. He has given up 10 home runs at home. He has over a 5 ERA. Very vulnerable. I'll take Kyle Schwarber. Is there? I want to ask you: is there a chance he wins NL MVP or no?
No idea. You know I'm terrible at these fucking
Yeah.
American things that you lot do. Just play the game. Why do we all have to label and give people awards for shit? Get on with it. Do you know what it is, Dylan?
No. What's the
Bollocks.
point of not having an award?
It doesn't achieve anything. It's a team game, innit? The point is winning at the sport. That's what we're doing.
Get it.
Yeah?
I guess
You get
you're
that
right.
big-
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah,
I've
you're
talked you out. I'm on fire. I'm putting fires out left, right, and centre, D-Rock. Yeah, you did well to fetch out Kyle Schwarber there. You were like Hercule Poirot. I dropped a little clue in earlier in the show.
And I wrote it down.
Dylan, you like a detective.
Yeah.
Do you know who Hercule Poirot is?
Never heard of him in my life.
Okay. That is a return of one of our favourite segments of the show, things that Dylan's never heard of, that I always ask about. He's a Belgian detective, mate. Agatha Christie. Very famous. No, nothing. Absolutely not.
Fucking lights on, no one's home.
Right, okay, D-Rock. You get back to whatever you young people do.
I got a fantasy draft tonight, kid.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I got my sheet all ready.
Yep.
Fuck.
My advice to you would be Johnny Smith, round 1, and if you can, back to back with Dalton Kincaid, Dylan. You would be fine this season, home and host. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Oh, well, enjoy your draft, mate. Good luck. I'll hit you up for some NFL winners on Thursday. Thank you, everyone who joined us in the chat. Keon and Adam and Callum, particularly. We're all very chatty tonight, which I enjoy a lot. Yes, good luck with your picks. Me and someone. Is it me and you tomorrow, mate?
No, I'm on Thursday.
It's me and Lonte. Oh, me and Lonte got the easy shift. Scott dropped the ball again. We got the 6-game card. What a result. So we'll do that tomorrow. Beautiful. Chef's kiss for that. Good luck with your bets.